Hello, my name's Owen and welcome to the JOL Wedding Podcast. Join myself and my co-host Caroline as we bring you all the inspiration and advice you need whilst planning your wedding. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the JOL Wedding Podcast. We're here in a little bit of a different situation today.
Where's my living room gone?
Yeah, your living room's completely gone. Today we're at the wonderful Stockton House and we've got Ellie and we've got Amy with us today. How are you guys? You okay?
We are very good.
So you're
welcome to our house.
Yeah, welcome to your house.
I want to live here actually. Your bedrooms are better than my bedrooms.
That's fine. We can work something out. You can do some like washing up and things.
Yeah, you've just spent a lot of money on your house. And yet you want to move
I
again.
still want to live in this.
Yeah, you guys okay? How's everything been? Really busy?
We had a very busy, probably proper first season for us.
Yeah,
so we only opened last August, so we sort of started in the middle of the season. Yeah. Pretty much as soon as the builders left, the wedding checked in. So it was all very kind of, oh my gosh, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice this year going into a full season.
Yeah.
And also seeing Stockton through the different times of year.
Yes.
So, which has been really lovely for us, seeing how couples interpret it.
Around everyone, the series
doesn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, spring for us was definitely a highlight because we had oilseed rape in the fields, which was just yellow.
I love it.
It looks so gorgeous. So yeah, it's been very exciting year for us, and yeah, we've been very busy.
Good.
Our families no longer know who we are.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, it gets to that point where we're just probably coming out of that, just the big main part of the silly season, main wedding season. And tell you what, I'm absolutely knackered.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
It is
tired but happy.
Tired but happy.
Tired but happy,
Definitely.
Tired for a good reason.
Definitely.
It's just for us now. It's just all the editing, whereas you guys are just getting ready for more kind of sleep.
Yeah.
But then you've obviously got open days coming up and everything like that.
This is the time of the year. There's 2 times of the year, isn't it, when people start planning, and that is your spring. So January, February, Christmas is long gone. They get onto the wedding planning, and then this time, so autumn comes. They've finished thinking about summer holidays. It's not quite ready for Christmas. They start that planning journey. So we start now thinking for our season 2.
We do.
Let's go back to the start and what people now need to think about. They've just got engaged over the summer. Congratulations if you have. Or you've started thinking about planning and haven't really got much done. We're now thinking about, obviously, venues.
Absolutely.
So this is why we've come here. We've been here a couple of times now. We did one last year. Was one of your first weddings you did
17th
here?
September you did.
Yeah. Holly and Nino.
Almost a year, just over a year now that is.
Yeah. They just celebrate their first wedding anniversary. So congratulations, guys. So it's nice to come back. We did one...
August.
Thank you. That does very well for me.
19th to be exact.
I'm glad you knew.
Yeah, for Sarah and Anthony's. So it's lovely. Both weddings. One was a church wedding over in Birmingham, and then Sarah and Anthony actually got married on site.
They did,
which is lovely. So we've seen both angles now.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I love the good thing, obviously, with your venue is you've got things like the turning table and all different quirky things. So you need to explain everything about.
You want to learn about the magic of Stockton.
Yes,
magic of Stockton. That's what we say.
Yeah, take us through the history of how everything began. We'll start there, I think. How everything began.
So Stockton House originally built in 1702. So it's a Grade 2 listed Georgian house. Originally, it was the what do you call it? The vicar.
There's Ellie going, what?
Where the vicar lives. Can't think of the actual name.
Vicarage.
Thank you. That's the actual name of it. So it was the vicarage for the church that we have next door. Mm-hmm. So St Chad's Church is literally...
It is stone close.
Yeah, if you stick long enough, you could poke it. It genuinely is that close. So it started life as the vicarage. And then as years went on, bits were added in the Victorian era, but we're part of the Appley Estate. So the Appley Estate is very historic, it's 8,500 acres. So it's quite extensive. Now owned by the Hamilton family, that still own and run the whole estate. But originally it was William Orme Foster who was the first chap to own the Appley estate, and he was very famous for the Stourbridge Lion. If you've ever heard of the Stourbridge Lion, which was the first steam locomotive to go over to America. So he was a big kind of industrialist, but he lost all his money in America because it never took off. So the Hamilton family are the owners of the Appley estate now, and this was their country house. This was their country retreat where they would come. And it was probably about 6 years ago that the current Lady Hamilton, which is Lord Hamilton's mother, decided she didn't want to be in this house by herself anymore. So for a good few years, Stockton just sat here, not doing anything. And the idea was to finally do something with this beautiful house. And it took around about 2 years-ish, COVID in between, lots of refurbs to bring it back to life. And we opened the doors 12th of August last year.
When venue.
And basically, it's been a bit of a whirlwind since. It's been a journey, definitely. But what I would say about us here is we're trying not to be the normal wedding venue.
This is why we've come.
We are, exactly, good, thank you. We're not like your wedding venue up the road, or we're not, this is your package, this is what you're going to eat, this is what time you're going to have your drinks. It's very much a bespoke and personal approach. We want them to be in control. We say that this is their country house for the weekend, and we just make lots of lovely magic things happen. So our couples, they will choose their own menus. They'll design that with our chef Tom, who is amazing. He is amazing. Is I don't want to big him up because it'll make his head bigger, but he is fantastic. And
I haven't listened to this. It's fine.
And we love his food, so we're definitely going to big him up because he feeds us. But they design their own menu. If they want particular drinks stocked behind the bar, we'll do that. We'll go out of our way and we'll make sure that happens. We'll do personalised cocktails. We'll do beautiful dinners for them on the Friday because they can choose to stay for the whole weekend.
This is why we've sort of come, because when couples start looking at venues, it's really hard to think what they actually want. So a lot of people like barns, if they go for things like hotels, but when you've got things like dry hire and people go, oh, I love that, I love a barn, but then if they don't really think the realistic side of it is they've got to dress it leading up to the wedding. They've got the day after they've got married. They've got to take everything down and clean everything. Or you've got some venues that are very much it's the wedding
every day
conveyor belt. So literally, you're in. Thank you very much. Off you go. Next bride in. And this is why we've come back here, because, like you say, you have got this all to yourselves. So having people come on a Friday night, you have a barbecue, people stay over, and it's so much more chilled. It is all about family. It's all about the couple getting married. You're not rushed. Everything is just absolutely designed for that couple, which is perfect.
And you've nailed it there. It is about family, and I think that's what sets us apart is our couples and their family and their friends actually do become like family.
Yeah, they do.
And they say that to us. We really feel part of a family when we come here. The way we welcome, the way they're looked after. They always say, it's so relaxed here. It's so, you're always so lovely and so welcoming. And that's not just to our couples. It's to all our suppliers as well. Yeah. We look after everybody, and we mean that in the most genuine sense. You turn up on the day and you've experienced this with us. Yes. You've got a drink in your hand straight away. Yeah. You can have whatever drink you want behind the bar. Yeah. You know for a fact you're going to get fed, and you're probably going to want to sleep after it because we fed you too much.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
But it is about it's a whole experience for everybody. And we love being able for our couples to stay with us for a whole weekend because they tell us what time they want to arrive on the Friday. Yeah. We have beautiful barbecues or intimate dinners. We've had Thai feasts. We've had really nice family style dinners. They wake up in the morning, their wedding, everything's ready. And they relax and they enjoy it. And they get married and we have a fabulous day with them. And then Sunday they wake up and they tell us what time they want breakfast. Yeah. And we do that. And then they tell us what time they want to go. Yeah. So if our lovely couples want to go back into the honeymoon suite and have a bath before they leave, they can do. Yeah. Or we've had a few couples this year that have extended the Sunday and had a recovery brunch where everyone's come back. Yeah. probably a highlight was one in June. We'll not name names, only because we don't want to like say, oh, they're our favourites, because we love all of our couples, genuinely love them all. But they had this really cool sort of Ibizan DJ and saxophone on a Sunday. We were like, we want every Sunday to be like this. This is great. And they stayed until the Monday. Yeah. So that flexibility is there, because we're not trying to say, right, you need to be in at this time, you've got to be gone, we've got another wedding checking in. You know, we are all consumed with our couples. They do become like family. We text them all the time. There's like,
we enjoy getting to know them as well, don't we? They're like family.
This is the personal touch. This is the personal touch, because that's where it's lost in a lot of the big hotels. You know, couples now typically plan 18 months, 2 years in advance. And when you're looking at a venue, you may see 3 or 4 different types of wedding planners throughout your whole journey, and there's not a consistency there. So, you know, I know so many brides that will go, oh, ping, something is just coming to my mind, oh, I haven't thought about that. And they're on their email then, and just emailing or texting the venue saying, oh, I forgot about this, what about this, what about this, what about this. Having someone that you can know and you trust, and you build that relationship up at your wedding venue, you can message and go, oh, I forgot about this, what about this? And you can go, oh, don't worry about that, that's all sorted, this happens there and this happens there. So absolutely. It's just the planning of your day and the stress is taken so much more out of it, having somewhere like this, which is unique, because it's all about the couple and all about the family.
Completely, yeah. And, you know, it is just me and Ellie, you know, so if you don't like it, she's stuck with us. But, you know, most we're all very lovely. But, you know, we do pride ourselves on really offering that personal service. And it isn't just, you know, because a lot of places say, oh yeah, we do that. We do, and we mean it. Yes. You can send me a WhatsApp at 10, 11 o'clock at night. If I'm up, I will answer it. And you know, if you want to share ideas with us, you know, I've seen this, do you think this will work? Can we do it? And I'm either going to say, absolutely great idea, or it might be, that's probably not going to work, but why don't we try it like this instead? So we're always working and collaborating with our couples. You know, we've had so many times this year where we're all crying when they leave at the end of it.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
Don't worry, I'll come back.
Oh, I cry when they walk down the stairs. Oh, every time it just gets me. I cry when they get married. You know, it's just, I think because we are so immersed in this such important life moment.
It's a journey. It's the whole journey.
It's the whole thing.
It's the whole journey.
That moment that we booked them, that's it. They become part of our family here, and we say that to them. We say, you know, welcome to the Stockton family.
We do that.
You know, and it's lovely. And that's it. That whole journey we have with them, right up until that moment they leave, is dedicated. I mean,
I think we get to know them outside of just the wedding journey as well, don't we? Like, we really get into people's like lives and. Yeah, you know, share moments with them.
Absolutely, they'll tell us stuff if they've got something big at work, and you know we've been talking about it during a planning meeting or something. You know, they'll check in with us and stuff. A lot of our couples will come back to see us after the wedding. If not, you know, they can come to every showcase that we do. You know, they can come as many times as they want, because we love it. We love them coming back.
I think when you guys are planning a wedding, I think when you start looking at venues, I would say go and have a look at a whole range of venues. Don't just go to barns because you think I want to get married at barn. But then when you start looking at barns and going, see that, I love it on the website and things like that, but actually does it work for me, for my wedding, for our wedding? I will say me, it's royal me, isn't it, in our house? You've got to start looking at so many different ones and start thinking, all right, everyone's works for budget, we know that. And you start thinking then, say with here, the rooms are so beautiful, you don't need a huge amount of decoration in it.
No, exactly. We've tried to keep it quite a neutral palette throughout the house. There is accents in that's got a little bit of personality. So some of the rooms, like our beautiful dining room, it's you've almost got sort of not an art deco style downstairs, but it's definitely something that's very warm and inviting. But spaces like we're in now, they can be used differently for couples. Everyone can put their own interpretation on every single space, and we've kept it neutral for that reason. So you can put your own spin on things. I mean, like you said, the bedrooms, you know, we've got 7 bedrooms here, which, you know, I love.
They're amazing.
But we're always improving them. So certain things, you know, we listen to our couples after every single wedding. Oh, you know, this would be quite nice in there. And we'll go, do you know what? Let's do it then. We've got lovely coffee machines. We've got lovely soft furnishings. Every room's got its own personality that takes in the natural surroundings, so it's been kept with sort of countryside.
It has, and it's kept
mind.
the character as well of the building.
Absolutely.
And all of that helps each wedding be different as well.
100%.
So, like you say, with all the rooms, you don't need much in it. It's that thing, that saying of less is more.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the lines that you can really go down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's enough in here that if you didn't have a massive budget that you could throw at flowers and things like that, there's enough in here for it to still feel comfortable, inviting, and
beautiful.
It feels very
It's
special.
beautiful anyway, isn't it? When you strip everything back. But also when couples start thinking about venues, I personally like it where you've got a room where you've got the dancing going on, but you've got seating and you've got the bar.
Yes.
Everything's connected, because I love it when people are standing at the bar going, this tune, bang, straight onto the dance floor. I love that. But you've got other rooms where people, maybe the older generation, thinking, the noise, I want to go and sit somewhere a little bit more quieter and things. That you've got other little rooms like the room we're in here now. I've seen it dressed up as for where you have your wedding cake, cutting your wedding cake. We've had photo booths in here.
We have,
We've had
casino tables.
Yeah, this room is so universal that you can put your own spin on anything.
It's keeping it all connected. I think that's what some venues that we've probably been to lack, is being able to connect rooms through things. So like you say, having everything in one space.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. One thing we did for this year, and again, listening to our couples, our main bar is in the house. The secret wall garden is literally just adjacent, which is our event space, if you like. And everyone was saying, can we have a pop-up bar? Can we have a pop-up bar in there? Because they wanted to try and keep everyone in the room. Because you know what it's like on the evening of a wedding, especially if it's lovely and sunny, which we're blessed to have a beautiful terrace. Everyone will leave the room.
That's why I feel sorry for DJs and bands.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we did is we got the Appley estate to build us our own small version of the bar we've got in there that's mobile, so we can move it out for drinks reception.
That's amazing.
And even like you've got your bar, you can move it outside, because obviously when we've had the drinks reception outside, you've got a bar outside as well, so you've got your welcome drinks. The terrace is absolutely beautiful. You've got beautiful natural gardens as well. The front is just as beautiful as the back. Everything is connected as well, which, when you start looking at venues, this is little things that you need to start thinking about.
Absolutely. It's the flow. How is everyone going to move around in this space?
Yes.
And how are we going to make sure that even if people are in the bar, they still feel connected to what's going on, and they can stay in certain spaces for a certain amount of time, but then they move around and utilise everything. And I think that works really well here. That they have got that option to be able to do that.
You don't feel lost, do you?
No, we don't. It's not cavernous. There's not like space everywhere. Where you're like, where's Auntie Joan gone? You know. Oh, Auntie Joan's just in the bar. She's doing a shot. She's doing a shot because it's the wedding.
I'm there with her. I'm not really. I don't drink. I really don't drink on the job.
But it's nice that you can, if you want to get married in church, like you say, you've got a church literally a stone's throw away.
Literally, yeah.
But also we've got the turning house. The turning house, which is such a lovely. And of
it's
course,
quite unique, isn't it?
It is so unique. So a lot of people love to get married outside, and
we love to get married outside.
And I think it was a bit hit and miss. Are we going to get married outside?
We did it. We had half an hour, and we were blessed. I think that whole manifesting that we did was just because this year's been.
It is a very rainy season.
We've never moved so much things in a whole year than we have this year. But we do have the beautiful turning house, which is out on the lawn, and it is unique because a turning house originally is a Victorian thing, and it was used if you were feeling a little under the weather. You would go and convalesce in there, and you would turn it to track the sun. That's what it was for. And now we use it for ceremonies. So a lot of our couples will get married in front of it. They'll go inside and they'll turn it
during the sign of
and then they'll turn it back round. It's like, yay, we're married.
It is.
It's lovely.
And it's nice because we got the groomsmen
do it,
which is such a lovely touch as well.
Absolutely.
It keeps them involved.
It does.
Yes.
And
Well,
sometimes,
yeah.
especially groomsmen, they can feel a bit like a spare part. You know, they have their certain jobs, but then it's like, oh, what do I do? Am I just here to, you know, drink a beer? You know, we actively get them involved. It's like, right, you're going to turn the turning house. And we advise our couples on making sure everyone's involved in it. You know, maybe getting them to be a toastmaster, helping us get everybody in the room. So yeah, it is a lovely, unique thing. But, you know, they don't have to get married in front of the turning house. They can get married in front of the stone circle, the tree, in front of our huge doors, going to see if someone is doing that next year.
Yes.
And we are very excited about it, because that's one of my favourite shots, is in front of those,
good.
because they're epic.
They are so beautiful.
They're so gorgeous. I know you and James caught my favourite one of from last year in front of them. That began my obsession. I'm not going to lie. It is. That's the beauty of being an approved premise venue. Is you no longer have to be in the confines of a building. You can get married out literally. But then if it does rain, you know, as we've experienced this year, we can get married in the secret garden, and then we just turn the room around. It's as easy as that. Like one of those TikTok videos where you click your fingers. That's what we do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So how have you adapted through the year? Obviously, this being your first year, you've seen every season now. So how have you adapted through going from summer even through to winter? So has it been difficult? Has it been all right? Adapting to it?
Do you know what? I think because we're so fluid in the way that we work, that we just. It's not reactive in the slightest, because obviously doing weddings, it's all about planning for everything. Plan A, B, C, D, and E. But one thing that has helped us, and it's probably a really boring thing for couples to know, but for us it was really great, is having more storage. So we could make everything far more efficient when we are doing room turnarounds. So it makes it for a better experience for everybody. And I think that's probably the best thing we've had. And, you know, having to do so many ceremonies inside, because normally in the summer you'd think,
and this is it.
Great.
The one thing you can't plan for is the weather. And again, when
you shouldn't worry about it either.
No, you shouldn't. No,
because
you shouldn't.
the day is just going to be as beautiful.
Yeah.
And actually, and you'll agree with me on this, photos in the rain are gorgeous. They're so nice.
Yeah.
People just need to commit to them.
Just commit to it. Normally Ellie commits to going outside with them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Ellie's got beautiful curly hair, but if my hair gets wet, that's it, game over.
Oh, mine starts straight and goes up.
Yeah, I'll be like Monica from Friends. That's what will happen to me.
I think this is the thing, when you start to think about venues, obviously we start to say, obviously, what time of year to get married at. We can't guarantee the weather, because we live in England.
We do. And we'd be millionaires if we could.
Yeah, definitely. But think about those times of the year where you want to get married. You know, summer is obviously peak season, but like you say, we were just saying off camera, spring's your favourite. Autumn is mine, because I just love the colours, and we love it.
Yeah, I mean, we loved the spring because it was just so beautiful, and I think because the field looked so incredible, it was just a real wow, this, you know, this place looks incredible. But we did, at the beginning of September, we had a beautiful wedding, and they dressed the house so beautifully, and lots of those lovely burnt orange colours, and it just complemented everything so well. It was just stunning, and I think that's what's nice, and we're enjoying now coming into autumn, is those warmer tones. And you get really nice sunsets. September, October are the best sunsets.
I mean, obviously we are filming this in September for people who are listening or watching quite a bit in the future, but right now the sunset would be absolutely on point.
You would be running outside going, everyone go. Go. So we'd be like, put down your knives and forks, I'll keep your dinner warm, go outside, because you've got a cracking sunset.
So the two couples we've shot here both had their pre-shoots here, which is amazing to accommodate us. For those two weddings, for their pre-shoot and their weddings, both had amazing sunsets.
Yes.
And it is
we can guarantee that.
And the view is stunning as well. For us as photographers,
But that's our flexibility as well. I think, you know, that's where we set ourselves apart a bit. You know, you've been able to come here twice and do a pre-wedding shoot. If any of our couples want to come and do things like that, they want to bring the florist here because they've never been here before. Absolutely. They want to bring Auntie Sue here. Yeah. You know, they're not getting married until 2025, but they want to come back because they want to show, you know, maid of honour or something. Yeah, absolutely. Book it in with us. We love bringing people here.
I think that for me is key, because as suppliers, we see what goes behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So we talk to the venues leading up to the day. On the wedding day, we know what's happening. So if something isn't going right, everything is just smooth sailing what you can see, and obviously it's like a little duck, isn't it, paddling underneath.
Swan, we say. We like swan.
Paddling like hell after. But you know, if things like Holly Nino's, we were running late a little bit through the day, which if you ask our couple, that is they weren't running late, because for those types of weddings, they had a Serbian-Croatian wedding. You know, time is just nothing to them.
Yeah, exactly.
So we like to see what goes on behind the scenes, because we know what is a good venue then, and what stands out as a good venue, an average wedding venue, or a really poor wedding venue, to be honest, because it's how that, like I say, things can change on a button. Like you say, if you forecast no rain, but actually it starts raining, everyone has to be moved back inside.
Yeah, it's just been on standby.
If things are running late a little bit, you know, a bride always, well, everyone, you'll get this as well. Bridesmaid goes, "It's all right, she could be a little bit late for the service." No,
she can't.
No.
Let me just back you up on this. Ladies, gents, whomever's getting married, you've got to be on time for that civil ceremony, because they will only wait 15 minutes, and then you do not want to have to go and say, "So we're not getting married now." So it is really important, definitely important, church or civil. You've got to be on. We always say you've got to be on time for pretty much two main things. I would say your ceremony and your dinner, because chef is waiting, and he wants that meal to be complete perfection.
This is
Don't be going for cold food either.
This is what backs us up as photographers. Like, we tend to do little 20 minutes with our couples throughout the day, so we don't have you for a big lump sum and things like that, because we want your day to flow properly. You want to be standing in the terrace having your drinks and canapes and talking to your guests.
Absolutely.
You want to sit down for your food on time, because we don't want to annoy the chef, because he's trying to hold the beef, and you don't want to. You spend a lot of money on your food.
It's a huge portion of the day.
It is. You don't want to annoy your chef. You don't want everything to run behind and the beef to be dry and horrible, whatever. So it is really, really important, and we get to see that as suppliers behind the scenes, which is why when you start talking to suppliers, guys, when you start planning, talk to suppliers as well. So if you're thinking at certain venues, like we have a lot of people we speak to at open days or wedding fairs, and they're going, "Oh, I haven't booked anything yet. Have you got any advice of what venues?" And we will say, "We love X, Y, Z, because we know how you guys work. We know how certain venues work, and we will only recommend the best." And obviously everyone's at a different price point as well. But I think when you start setting a budget for your wedding, I know things can easily snowball, and when you start going on to wedding fairs and open days and you're talking to suppliers and you go, "Well, a photographer will cost this much, or that photographer will cost that much, a videographer or florist or whatever, your dress," and you start mounding it up. But I think where you need to spend your money is definitely your venue. I personally would rather have an amazing venue, so I know I've got an amazing venue where I'm getting married, amazing food, because I'm a foodie, you can tell.
So will we.
Amazing food, rather than inviting 100 people you don't even get to see.
You haven't seen for 2 years.
Keep it more intimate during the day. You know, we have a minimum of 40, and that's because, you know, we're a business at the end of the day, that there has to be a minimum. But keep it, we always say it in the nicest way, keep it to your day, to the people that you want to spend the most money on. Because that is your most expensive part of the day. Because you can invite more. You know, we can do maximum of 100 all day, all night. That's our limit. But you're right in saying, you know, you have to be realistic with budgets and things. And we always say, once you've secured your venue, your next big things, or your photographer, your videographer, and probably your entertainment, and then your florist and decor and whatever else you want to put in there. But we always say, when you're looking at photography, that's your memories.
It is.
So just because Jim, don't know who Jim is, but we'll use an example, is doing this amazing, you know, steal of a package, your photography might be awful. Now, I'm not. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Completely.
But it is. They're your memories, definitely. So be realistic with your budget sometimes.
Definitely.
Because we're not the cheapest venue. We know we're not. But what we're offering is a very unique product. It isn't the same as going to a different venue. We are. It's more than your wedding. It's a whole weekend experience. Yeah.
So you guys have got an open day coming up.
We have.
So when you start, obviously couples now thinking, right, okay, we're newly engaged. Right, let's go to some open days to have a look at some of the venues and have a checklist of some of the venues that you had a look online, check them out, have a look at we were talking before about photography and seeing what the whole wedding looks like from that venue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some photographers and videographers may just show you little clip-its and the best bit's what we always say. They don't show you what a whole day looks like at that venue.
Yeah.
So always have a look at that. So from your open day, what then is the process for clients looking for wedding venues?
So moment they inquire with us, we invite them to come and see us because it's very easy, like you said, to look on the website. We do real weddings, so it's rather than a gallery, so you can get a bit of a feel of the day, what that looks like. But definitely come and see us because you get the feel of the place more and how it all works. So once they've been to see us, we do what we call a proposal. So it's a nice little quotation, you may call it. And we break it down so they can see bits that they may want, bits that they don't want. And then we aren't pushing.
No.
So we're not going to go, right, I'm going to contact you in a week. I'm going to keep bombarding you because I personally hate that.
Snap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if someone starts ringing me incessantly, like someone's trying to sell me something, I'm instantly
put off.
Yeah, I am. I feel like I'm a car salesman or something and it's hideous. So largely we leave them to it. Mm-hmm. And if we're the right venue for them, they'll come back to us.
Yeah.
But we'll invite them we'll keep them in, up to date with certain things. We will check in with them, and if we've not heard from them, just going, do you need anything else? Or, have you found somewhere else? And that's okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
You can't be one fit for everybody.
This is it. And I think when you start, like you say, everyone has a different style of wedding. So, say, some people want barns, some people want hotels, some people want country manners, everything. Everyone is different. And same with photography. Not everyone likes our style, which is fine. I mean, they might not like us. I don't like James.
There's so many different styles, so many different tastes. So.
Absolutely. And we encourage our couples, if they've been to see us, we'll go, where else have you been?
Yes.
Yeah. Where are you going? Next. And we'll laugh and joke with them about it and everything. And we're like, well, you'll hate them, in a really joking manner, but we do encourage them to go and look somewhere else because then when you get to that point before you are about to book, you can almost do a bit of a pros and cons list of going, right, I love that about that, but I love that. And it helps make that decision process a lot better.
You get a feeling. It's like buying a first house. You walk out of your wedding venue going, yes, I can imagine myself getting married there. It ticks all the boxes, and it is that feeling.
It's an emotional purchase.
It is an
genuinely emotional purchase. It has to be. You have to love the place. You have to love, what they're offering. Does it fit with how you envisage your day to be? But ultimately, you have to like the people you're going to work with. You're putting so much trust in us to deliver the most important day of your life.
Yeah.
That's how we see it. We have one shot to make it perfect. And, we do. But it is so different than anything else. And it is that feeling. It's like you say, we want them to walk away and go, we really loved it there. We felt really at home. We felt so nice.
That's the same thing we give. We always have a rule and say, if you don't like photography and videography, if you don't like the person who's doing the job for you, you're not going to like what
the end product.
Absolutely.
And we throughout all season one, we said this in pretty much every episode. Every supplier has agreed with us.
Yeah.
It's just so important. You've got to get on with the people who run the venue.
From our perspective, we are with them so long.
Same with us.
It is. They could be with us for 3 days, and if you don't like us, that's going to be a bit tough.
They've got to get a feeling of trust from us, haven't they? That
100%.
We can produce the day that they want.
And we get on as well, we know our couple so well by the end of the process that we can they are themselves.
Yeah.
We are ourselves,
Yeah.
and that's what they love so much. We will have a laugh and a joke.
There's no
Tom will come out the
corporate
kitchen.
either as well. So
No.
it's that person in a suit that is just, like you say, just ticking a box because they have to book so many weddings and things like that.
No,
So
it's
it is a completely different type of venue to those types of hotel chains and things
Absolutely.
like that.
I would say we're without blowing our own trumpets,
No, blow your
but
trumpets.
we're going to, we are offering 5-star service.
Yeah.
We 100% are, but in a way that you wouldn't feel like if you went to like a 5-star hotel London, something like that, everything's like you said, it's very kind of like regimented. We're offering that 5-star luxury, but at a personal level, where it just feels natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And homely and warm and
lovely.
Like I say, everyone's
whole
welcomed
family
in with a cuddle. This is like, this is it. So obviously they tend, couples will book. What happens then from the time booking up to the whole wedding day?
So we'll get them in at least 3 times for planning meetings, if more. If they want to come and see us more, that's fine. It's fine. We get to talk about it more. I mean, I'm one of those weird people, and people do call me weird. But once I have booked a couple, they form their little box in my head, and I remember every single detail.
Yeah.
I could tell you every single one of my weddings that I have done in the last 10 years, and I can still tell you about them. I never forget anything. It's a bit weird, but that's okay. But
I'm the same. I remember every wedding I've done.
I'm so immersed in
I
it.
remember every wedding. I can't remember every date.
No.
Oh, every date. I remember every date.
I know exactly what happens in that, and all the little moments that stand out for me as well. And I remember, we'll go down to Sainsbury's and we'll go,
I saw one of my couples the other day at Sainsbury's from my previous venue. They were like, hey, and I was like,
that was groomsmen. That was groomsmen. It's so wedding, and you do invest so much into people, so much.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important, and why we're so different is, we say you're going to have about 3 planning meetings, but it could be more than that.
Yeah.
Or you just want to pop in. They're welcome to every single wedding, showcase that we do. If we've got events on, they're invited. They are genuinely part of our family. And then, one of those planning meetings is for the menu. Yeah. So we get Tom in, and we sit there with a blank piece of paper, and we go, right, what do you like? What do you don't like? Where have you had your favourite meal? What's your favourite drink? Which particular food item do you not like? Mushrooms seems to be the thing.
I love mushrooms.
I love
Guilty.
mushrooms. Yeah,
I love them.
What is wrong with them?
No, mushrooms.
I love them.
Oh, we love a mushroom.
No,
you don't, but that's okay. We'll
Yeah.
leave them off next time you come. But all those little things, so we can build this bespoke menu for them, so we can give them ideas, because everyone's different.
Yeah.
So you might have this real imagination, and you have that creativity. Some couples need a little bit of guidance on that. Yeah. So that's what's so good about Tom, is he can kind of guide you through those things and advise you. And we're very open and very honest as a team. We will advise you, or we'll tell you what's not going to work and what's going to work, and give you that real honesty, where I think some venues don't. But we do. Hence the whole family thing.
That's good.
It's a little bit different. So we'll do that, and then we'll do their menu tasting, and it's not a big event. It's in our beautiful dining room. They can invite some 4 guests along if they want to, and we do a gorgeous evening. And normally we say it's about 2.5 hours. It sometimes turns into 4.
It becomes a little date night, really.
It does. It's lovely. And we get to do lovely drinks when they arrive, and we'll do canapes, and they get to try it. And then they get to. I know you have to invite to the next one. The next one's coming. And then we do the whole menu, and Tom will come in and talk about each course, and we get to the end of it. And we all sit together and go, right, what do we love? Do we need to tweak this? Do we need to change it? And they build their menu.
Yeah, you're now making me really hungry.
I don't know, we're permanently starving here, honestly.
Tom!
I know, he's gone home. I know. It isn't. It's a blessing and a curse, believe me. We have had some great menus this year. Some really beautiful menus designed
Best
by our
one, top
couple.
of your head.
2. No, 3.
I've got my favourite.
Okay,
Lamb rump was really good.
Top 3 menus at Stockton House.
I did love that lamb rump.
The venison.
The venison. Oh, the venison. Oh, Emily and Gareth's menu was delightful. Literally delightful. It was exquisite.
Yeah.
What did they have for starter?
Whipped goat's cheese.
Oh, whipped goat's curd with this beautiful, and grilled peach on it. Oh, it's delicious. And then there's the venison. Oh, perfection, literal perfection. And they had this toffee crumble tart, didn't they? Yeah.
See, sticky toffee pudding for me is the elite dessert.
We did do a sticky toffee tiramisu the other day.
We did.
Pure filth. No coffee in it.
Okay,
No coffee in it. It's a bit of a take on it. Yeah, pure filth, gorgeous. So that was good. And then last weekend, pork belly. And I love pork belly. In canapé form, in eating form, in whatever form, I will eat pork belly.
See, I like something like a good old pie and mash.
I love a pie and mash.
Something a little bit different, something more homely, something that everyone loves. Like you say, if you can create your own menu, that's like when you look at some venues. When you go to some venues, guys, and they're going, this is the choice of the menu, and you've got 3 starters, 3 mains, and 3 puddings, and you think, and you're thinking, well, actually, I'm getting married in the summer, and I want a nice, refreshing starter.
You do,
and I don't want a big Sunday dinner type of thing. I want something a little bit
Everyone
more...
gets tired then. So it is about, and that's where we come in and we advise them. It's like, you're getting married in the summer. Yeah, of course, you love a blade of beef or whatever, but think about the time of year you're getting married and think of the seasonality of what's available. We're part of the Ackley estate, as I mentioned earlier, so we've got all this beautiful produce that we can get from the farm shop. It is kind of think about what is going to be the best, heartiest, most beautiful meal you can give them, but not where they then feel really uncomfortable because it's a hot June summer's day
and dresses, bloating.
I now feel like I need to go and lie down. Now, if you're staying here, fantastic, go for a little hour's power nap.
So from then on, so after the kind of the food tasting, what then happens?
So again, it's meeting up with us. So we'll talk about decor if they've got a stylist. We'll speak to the stylist if it's one we know really well, and we'll advise them on tablecloths, things like that. So we work with a great company called 88 Events that are based in Scotland. Their linens are beautiful, and we can offer all different colours. So we'll talk about what they're having on, as decor in their room, and we'll bring everything together. So we'll find out, it's all about the timings, which I know as photographers that's absolute key. So we work together, really well. But we'll help bring the whole day together. So we're not just coordinators, we're planners in a venue.
This is the thing. Again, going from a dry hire to a venue, again, very different. Everybody loves Pinterest. Everybody loves it, and trying to find things. I love this, and they have all these mood boards. It needs somebody just to bring all that together and just fine tune it a little and go. So what she's got in her head actually comes to fruition. 100%. It's not just. And when you're doing things like dry hire, don't get me wrong, I love dry hire venues. I love different barns. Everyone's different, but trying to do it. Unless you are really good at those details, it's really hard to bring it all together.
It is, and it's a lot of pressure as well. And I think that's what we do, is we take that pressure off by helping them along on that journey. So if they wanted to have some beautiful coloured glassware, let me know. I can get that in for you. I can get you that coloured tablecloth. We can, we can point you in the right direction of a few different things and just advise them the whole way. It's not like, right, you book your wedding and that's it, and we'll speak to you in a, thing 6 weeks before. 6 weeks before, Oh my God, I think that stressed me out. I mean, we work 4 weeks in advance always, so we always know what's happening before you even get to that month. But it is, we're very much involved in the process, and when we get to that sort of 4 weeks before, and they are very much on our radar, and we'll start doing check-ins with them. Ellie today will check in with the couple for this weekend and going, getting really excited now, and she'll check through that we've got all the paperwork in place, that we need, and everything's ready to go. And then we brief the team. So our team are amazing. We do have to give a special mention to our lovely M&S as well. Mandy and Sue are the backbone of this place. Everyone loves them. They are so mentioned on social media that we might have to start our own account for them. Genuinely, they are the most loveliest ladies. Thank you. The tales of M&S, we'll call it. But the whole team will know about the couple then. So today we send out a brief to them, and it'll tell them who's getting married, where they met, a little bit of engagement. Where they got engaged, what they do for a living, who's coming, who's in the bridal party, what time everything's happening, what the food is. So when the team arrive on the Friday or the Saturday, depending if the couple have stayed the night before, they'll know that menu off by heart. They'll know who's if anyone's got a dietary and stuff like that. So it's not just us offering that personal service, it is a whole team thing.
Yeah.
And we get that feedback from guests, don't we? They always say how attentive our team are, and they've really felt like
it's like it's like when we come in the morning and so we arrive normally about 3-4 hours before, and
three. I would say 3-4. That's a bit overkill. 3.
It depends
if you come in here because you've got to have a brew first.
It gives me the time.
Some couples obviously, depending on times of the day, what time they get married, hairdressers, makeup artists, sometimes can arrive that little bit more earlier. That we start that a little bit more early because they've got another wedding or something to do after. Yeah. So sometimes we don't. We have started that a little bit earlier, depending on the couple. But when you go upstairs and you've got croissants and sausage baps and
it can be anything. It's it can be as as simple as they want, because we do the brides or grooms, depending on which couple's getting married with us. We'll have what we call the bridal suite, because it's got its own little getting ready room and the landing, which works as a really nice space to have breakfast up there, so they can keep separate on the morning. But it can be like your pastries, your fruits, your yogurts, or it can be multi-bacon bats or eggs Benedict or pancakes we've done. It can be whatever is their favourite breakfast, we can do that.
But like the venue's big enough now, because obviously both ones we've had, the grooms have got ready here as well. So it's nice that we've got the both sides have got ready on site as well.
It makes our life so much easier, but then it also gives, from a photo and video perspective, when you see the story in an album or in a video, you get to see both sides for the morning.
And that's lovely, isn't it?
So important.
That makes our heart happy when we watch things like that.
Also, again, that takes the stress out of couples, because if you both got ready on site, it's not.
There's no worry if you.
How is one going to get to the venue in the morning? Do we need a car? No, we don't need a car. Who's going to be driving? I don't know. Who's driving?
Saves added expenses.
And it does add expenses, but it's nice that, like I say, they arrive Friday evening, have the barbecue, have a meal, all the family's there. They go off and then
they split, go to different rooms, and then they meet together in the honeymoon on the night of the wedding. But it does. It does take that stress away, and that's one thing we always instill in all of our couples is we are here to take that stress away. So all of those things swirling around in your head, driving you mad, brain dump them on us, and we'll make sense of them, and then we'll take that stress away, because we want the moment they arrive just to relax.
That's it.
And we can also feel it with them as well, because we got to know them. Sometimes family will come and help, and that's lovely. Love when they'll come and help, but sometimes it can be a bit of a trigger point. So we can recognise that on our couples, and we go, right, what do you need us to do? What do you need us to do? Do you need, give them some jobs. Give that person a job. Give that, you come with us, we'll look after you. We'll have get them a glass of fizz or whatever they need, and go, right, drink this. Because you are in relaxed mode.
Let's go again.
And you tell me what you want me to do. That's it.
So you're not like we said, you've got a open day coming up.
Yes.
So what date is it?
Sunday the 29th of October, between 11 and 3. So our showcase is a little bit different. Obviously we have gorgeous suppliers with us. We don't have multiples. It is very much a showcase which is showing off obviously our beautiful venue, but also some of our favourite suppliers that not only offer great service but are also great people. And that's really important to us. We paid you.
I'll give you the fibre after.
We'll have that money after. But no, that is really important to us. It's always been something that I've always done, and now me and Ellie do here. It's whoever we recommend is also really great people as well. Because we want our couples to be looked after the same way they're getting looked after here. And ultimately, when it comes to their wedding day, we become a team. So that's part of it. But the showcase, you do need to book for it. Because we want to make sure we've got enough food for everybody and enough drinks. That's the main point while you book it. And also we can spend some quality time with everybody and get to everybody as well. We don't mind people turning up on the day, but we would like to know that you're coming.
So what I'll do for people who are watching, down below in the description, what I will do is I'll put a link to that, so they can go to
all links to the socials, everything, go and have a look.
So they can come in, book in with you, and they can then have a look around. But we've got to give one little bit of a mention. You have entered the TWIA Awards.
Oh God.
Wedding Industry Awards. I entered it last year. I didn't win, but it was so much fun. It was a great night. But I think being able to do that, because you're a newcomer as well, I think that's fantastic for you to be able to go there and just show off all the hard work that you've been putting through the whole year.
It's a massive platform, putting yourself up for an award, and especially as prestigious as the Wedding Industry Awards, because not only does it make you reflect on your business, it also shows you how far we've come, because some of the questions that they ask you it does make you reflect on certain things, how you've done certain things, what you've got planned and things like that. So it's a huge thing for us. I am nervous because it's putting ourselves on the stage. But it is exciting. And we really want to win because we're massively competitive.
So we do wish you all the best of luck for that.
Shall we end on some top tips?
Yeah, so how we always end, carrying on from season 1, so how we always end the podcast is we like to ask for a few top tips that you can give to couples who are booked, maybe couples who might come to the open day as well.
Or just even looking just for a venue.
Or even just looking for a venue. What are the main kind of top tips that you would give to a couple?
Okay, so your top tip.
My top tip, be a bit selfish with your day. It's your day, and in 30 years' time, it's you two who's going to look back on it. You're not going to worry who's a random guest thought of your food on the day if they didn't like it. If it's what you want, you've got to be a little bit selfish on your day.
I agree with that.
I love that.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
A fun one is confetti.
Confetti.
Go bold, go lots of it. Because it looks great for your photos, but try not to laugh when you're doing it because you'll eat it.
That's what I say, go big or go home.
Go big and go home. It looks great, honestly, it looks so great. My top tip that I thought I forgot, but I've remembered, and it's probably more, it is a good top tip, and it's a good thing for us as a venue, and it centres around speeches. So my recommendation is either have your speeches at the beginning or at the end. Don't do them between courses.
No.
Thank you.
Don't
Thank you for
do
saying
them
that.
between courses.
The amount of times we've been running on, it started!
It is chaotic. One, you can't time them properly, and they will run over, which will then have an impact on your chef. And also it's hard for you to photograph as well, because you're in and out. It's so much better either at the beginning or at the end. Please. That is my biggest top tip in the world. We discourage it because we know it, and also you lose the room.
It disrupts your guests.
The guests are always leaving, and you get to pudding, and where is everybody? Everyone's gone because they've had so many different disruptions throughout.
They might not even finish that pudding because they've had time to digest everything else before.
Exactly.
And they've had a bit more drink.
Yes. So that's definitely one. And probably our last one, because we're being greedy and having 4 now, is something we touched on earlier, and it's about that trust thing.
Definitely.
It is the trust. It's when you're going through this process, and whatever stage you're at it, trust your instincts and trust your gut feeling, because we are, us as a venue or a photographer, whomever, you are trusting them to be part of the biggest day of your life. So it has to go with that feeling.
I think people buy from people. I always think
100%.
People buy from people. So you're not just investing in our service, you're investing in us as well.
Absolutely.
For us to do what you want and how to capture your day, or I don't know, your bouquets or anything. You got to trust us, but you invest. And I think if you like those people, you're halfway there.
You are halfway there, because you can just go, I've booked an amazing venue, and the team, they're so lovely, and I know I'm in safe hands.
Perfect.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. And obviously you're going to be here on the open day, which will be fantastic. But thank you everybody for listening or watching. Like I say, in the description below, I'll put in all the links to the open day, your website as well, and social media, as well as ours. So good luck planning. Good luck planning. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for listening to the JOL Wedding Podcast. Share this podcast with anyone you know who's on the journey of planning a wedding. Check out other episodes of this podcast, as well as links to our social media platforms at the JOL Wedding Podcast.